Get laced up.
Let's go.
It's time for Banter with the boys.
Yo. Welcome back to Banter with the Boys. Gridiron updates. This is Smelty, of course, as always. Yes, I'm here. Well,
Coach.
not as always. Sometimes I'm not here, but,
True.
whatever. Roberto
What's
is
up,
next
dude?
to me. What's up, buddy?
Living, loving.
Yeah.
Ready? Playoffs.
Yeah, live, laugh, love. What?
Great weekend.
Great weekend. One of the best wild card weekends of football, I would imagine, in my short lifespan here. But
gonna go with
Jake
that.
is also here.
Yeah, you could say it was pretty wild.
Oh, shit.
Bad.
It's already getting
Trademark
All right.
infringements. Trying to steal it.
Yeah, anyway. Kev, he's also here. Yes. Jake is not here this week.
I'm here.
It's probably because his Packers lost, right? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Or no, not
Justin.
Jake. I'm Justin.
No,
it's the J. It's the J.
Because he said that
Son of a
if
B.
the Packers won, he would show up next week and tell
Right
us
on.
how they did it, what the
right
secret
on,
was.
right on.
And they didn't win, so yeah.
It's all right.
Of course.
It's all right.
Of course. No, but we, Justin will hopefully be here next week with us. Not Jake, because Jake will probably be here. Well, we might let him go. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Part ways.
Kev, we might. Actually, we're going to ask you to step down, or we're going to show you the door. You get the
okay.
option. So
All right.
however you want to play it.
Oh, got it.
What? All right. Anyway, all right.
Teaser for later?
Maybe you gotta. Maybe you have to listen to our tent talk episode. Damn it, Roberto.
I heard you set it up, too.
Mother. All right, Kev. Let's move right into our wild card game recaps. What it is, our first game, the number 5 Rams traveling to the number 4 Panthers, who kind of, by definition, backed their way into the playoffs, but they closed out the season strong, and they played strong in this game. This game was actually probably way closer than all them professionals probably thought it was going to be.
Why? Who did you pick?
Well, I can't remember. Probably, I think the Rams. Actually, I have it on the sheet right here. I did go. We all went Rams.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, but the
There's one
spread was
person
10.5.
It
right?
was. It was the biggest spread of the week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Panthers showed all of us wrong.
100%. Rams getting the win 34-31, by the way. What is there concern if you're the Rams right now, or do you think the Panthers just played that well?
I think there's a little bit of concern for the Rams because the Rams let the Panthers hang around over the course of the entire game. They were up 2 scores
Early, right? Yeah.
And then they had when they were trying to, I guess maybe a semi dagger towards the end of the second. They went for it. They had the turnover on downs. And then
Aggressive.
Yeah, and then the Panthers came back and turned that around and got 3 going into the half, which can be a big momentum swing for you.
Momo.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
We love the Momo. And then the Panthers were able to capitalize on the Rams turnovers in the second half, because they had the INT, they got points off of that. They had the block punt late.
Yep.
And then they got points off of that too. So the Rams were kind of shooting themselves in the foot and allowing the Panthers to hang around. So I think I would be a little bit concerned.
And they kept getting calls too.
Yeah.
So it's just real uncharacteristic of the Rams. It felt like going into this game. Roberto, what comes?
I
for
mean,
you?
now you kind of know why the Panthers beat them 3 weeks ago. Is that I think they match up defensively pretty well with them. I did think the Panthers did figure it out early off probably that 3 weeks ago. But that Panthers defense is okay. I mean, Bryce Young actually looks like he's a franchise quarterback. Yeah. 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter. I mean, how sweet's that for a game?
There was 12 fourth quarter lead changes this weekend.
Exactly.
That's insane. That's the most ever for Wild Card Weekend, by the way.
Ever. So
Ever, you know what I mean?
And then, but Stafford's that 71-yard, final drive was pretty epic. So it was just a great, fun football game at the end of the day. So, am I concerned about the Rams moving forward? Not really, because I don't think they're that much better than the rest of the field. It'd be hard to pick one team versus the field right now.
I think something to the Rams' advantage, and this goes to if you listen to the post-game press conference with Devontae Adams, what Matthew Stafford said to the team as they were taking the field on that game-winning drive of theirs.
Yep.
He was like, let's go and take their hearts. Like, he's been there and he knows it. Like, he's got a killer mentality there. And I think that's what we've all loved and appreciated about Stafford.
Yes,
and then
sir.
just hearing that, you're just like, oh, they're going to be a tough out.
He wants another
Yeah.
one, and we keep saying like how much older Stafford is now, but isn't he only like 33, right? Or how
No,
old is he?
no,
He's 37. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody else. I
You
was
think
like,
he retires
could
if
still
he
have a
gets
few
the
years.
Super Bowl?
Why not? I mean,
Be another good way to go out.
Could be.
Yeah.
Is that what Mike Tomlin's doing? No, I'm just kidding. I'll get there. He's not coaching next year, by the way.
Okay.
So I've heard.
But damn, where was I? Distracted myself now. But anyway, Stafford
Retiring? No?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, 2-time Super Bowl champ. Probably if he wins, I think he's already going to be Hall of Fame. But if he wins a second Super Bowl, I mean, that's a freaking lock.
That's a lock.
at this
Yeah.
point. You know,
Because if you don't get remembered,
and if you can go out healthy, you can retire healthy. You know what I mean? For the most part,
Yeah.
anyway. I'm sure every quarterback's shoulder is just effed by the end of their career, but. Why wouldn't you? You know, so if they do pull it off, maybe he does. But or that's the problem. It could make you hungry, more hungry. You know what I mean? Get another one. So
well, it's his back. Because if you guys remember at preseason, there was a question whether he was even going to play this year.
Oh, yeah.
right.
So
how many shots has it taken to get through the season?
has he been he probably has been all
Yeah.
season. It's just been not really talked about. And so
'Cause
Yeah, what
they've been
website
winning.
is that? Where can we track that? How many shots has each player gotten of
Enough to
whatever
get the-
Aaron
enough to get
Rodgers
the
had
job
that one
done, you
Thursday
know?
night?
Yeah, does AI
Get
have
some
a
ayahuasca
cortisone
in
shot
there or what?
tracker?
My knee. Anyway, all right, we got to move on. But Rams getting the win, 34-31, and get to move on in the playoffs. Playoffs. Second game, number 7, Green Bay Packers traveling to the Chicago Bears and taking the L. Bears getting the win there, 31-27.
no more doing this, Packers. Ever since he did that against the Vikes, 5 L's in a row.
Oh, is that the curse?
That's the curse.
Oh, okay.
You know who was extremely upset about this game? Other than probably Justin.
Any Packer fan?
Correct. But Ben, he's been on the show last year, I believe.
Okay.
He was calling for the Packers to fire LaFleur. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's shiny object syndrome. You know, everyone likes something new.
Yeah.
And everybody's firing people right now.
Yeah,
So
Yeah. Or
Okay.
they're stepping away. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, we'll maybe get into it. Aaron Rodgers post-game press conference in their game, he had nothing but great things to say about LaFleur. So
Right.
I think from the outside looking in, that would be a mistake right now.
I mean, this game could have went either way.
Oh yeah, for sure. My source that's close to KOC.
Oh, you got an
if we
insider.
dare,
Ooh,
if
sources.
we dare, says that KOC says to him directly that LaFleur's probably got nothing to worry about. He does not think that he's going anywhere.
Okay.
So that,
right.
allegedly, for what it's worth.
Is this guy, this source, an owner too?
No.
No.
So maybe the only concern this
Yeah. Sorry. The squirrel. Sorry.
squirrel, yeah.
Oh, hey.
I don't know how interesting this is, but
Well, tell us. I'll tell you.
all right. So
I'm waiting for the interesting part.
the only loss that LaFleur, worst loss that LaFleur probably ever experienced was when he was quarterbacks coach for the Atlanta Falcons, and then they lost 20. They lost to
Damn. Not
Tom
even,
Brady.
not even LaFleur
yeah, the
can escape that.
28 games. So yeah, the mini replica here. And I think I was messaging in our chat during the game that Chicago's got Green Bay right where they want them ahead, and then just let Caleb Williams play. I don't know, kind of like street ball.
Street ball. Okay, fair enough.
And when he's on, he's really good at playing that,
Yeah.
out of the pocket.
That late drive was just a thing of beauty. They went 10 for 19 on third downs in the game. That's a pretty high clip across the board for other teams.
Somebody
in this
missed
wild card.
Micah Parsons really bad in
Oh,
that
no
game.
kidding.
And the other thing that we didn't touch on was Green Bay had the missed field goal and the missed extra point. Man, you really need to
Well, kickers in general in the cold weather were pretty terrible across the board.
Like I was telling my brother-in-law, it's like McManus is going to have to change his last name to McMisses.
McMisses.
got
Trademark that.
I'd
Get the
imagine-
T-shirt at
do you think-
gridironupdates.com.
Do you think that like it's such a? Do you think they released McManus then
No.
this offseason? You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
But, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's shiny new objects. Kickers always have probably the shortest leash in the league.
Yeah.
You miss a couple, and then all of a sudden you're out of a job.
Oh, yeah. That is a very fan-driven job.
So Jay Love still went 323 for 4 touchdowns, no picks, but Christian Watson really only had that one catch. Otherwise he was really quiet. Do you think the Bears are just suffocating him?
Yeah,
or?
I think they were bracketing because you saw Golden actually come alive a little
Golden
bit.
had a
in
couple
this
nice
play,
plays, yeah.
So obviously they were going to the 2-receiver lot. Dobbs had a couple nice, catches too. They just couldn't establish the run enough. The Packers in general, I feel
19
like
carries,
I don't,
55 yards.
I know, but I don't
That's a
know if
wild
Jacobs
stat line
is
for
fully healthy.
I don't think he
It's
was.
something, because he was injured going into the playoffs, and give credit to the Bears defense, holding him to 55 yards. So.
And this is, I mean, this game too, the previous game, the Rams-Panthers, and I think we continue to see this through the course of the entire weekend, is all of the running games of every team struggled. Nobody really excelled. And so you're just like, well, let's maybe try to be okay with it. So if you're getting north of 75, close to 100, you're going to be okay or happy with that. But it was tough sledding for any run game.
Either way, Bears get the dub. Number 2, Bears moving on in the playoffs after beating their division rival. But we have to keep moving on as well, as we got 6 of these puppies to get through. The number 6 49ers traveling to the defending number 3 Eagles. And the Eagles take a loss, as predicted by yours truly. But this was a really great game too, to be honest with you. I'm so impressed with that San Francisco defense, to be honest.
Yeah.
With what they've been able to do with the pieces they're missing. And now rumors that Fred Warner could be coming back for the Seattle game, allegedly. It's an outside chance, but there's reports
They don't
coming
need
out.
him.
They don't.
They had Hendricks.
They don't, but
Yeah,
that's the point. They were able to.
Hendricks.
They were able.
Kendricks, Eric.
Kendricks.
Who played outstanding, by the way.
The last
he got
game,
the last
all over the play.
Yeah.
He got the last play, but the last few weeks he's actually been playing pretty well, which is nice to see considering his counterpart Anthony Barr retired from the Vikes. So it's just, he's extending his career.
I love it.
Brock Purdy kind of gave us the same thing as Jalen Hurts, kind of trying to do just enough, it felt like. But his ability to extend plays, I think, just make a huge difference.
It's crazy how good he is, how elusive and snaky. Like, it's,
And I have not been on
like,
his camp all season.
he just finds a little crack in between the tackles or the DN and gets out and extends a play, and he's got enough shimmy to him too to really even break down a linebacker and make him miss. So he's been very impressive. Eagles are just, I don't know.
They fired their OC.
Yep.
Obviously it's
Calls
something
for
new
Mike
needs to be
Daniel
changed.
to go there, I guess.
You did see the head coach and A.J. Brown get into it during the middle of the game. I don't know exactly what that was. They didn't really.
Listen, A.J. Brown needs to catch the frickin' ball, dude.
Too.
I mean, right in his effing hands,
multiple.
like 3 of them.
Two
So,
of them, yeah.
At least the 2 for
Two.
sure. I thought he had a third one.
Jalen Hurts missed him a couple of times too.
For sure.
Which is on Jalen. But yeah, their offense their passing game was out of sync the entire time. Well, for the most part.
I mean almost the entire game. Yeah.
Dallas Goedert was the passing attack.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to look at their roster and see where they're at for money, because they're pretty star heavy, I would say.
But I'd say on the defense, so those guys are young, so they're all still. There could be
True,
a
but I
contract
would
or
say,
2 coming up.
Yeah,
though,
I'm talking
Yeah.
like Smith. Is Brown gone?
I think AJ Brown's gone.
Yeah, you're
You
probably
know.
going to have to trade Brown.
Goddard, I don't know where he's at. I know they're definitely going to probably get an offensive lineman or 2.
I'm going to need that. And then that but yeah, and I think the defense is, while it's young, you've got some of those rookie contracts are about to come due.
Come up, yeah.
Jalen Carter, Davis, And then after next year, you're probably
Mitchell
seeing Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean too.
DeGenie, yeah. So yeah, they got a
True. They got a lot of guys that are going to need to get paid here in the next couple of years. I wonder. I mean, Jalen Carter could just come on to Minnesota. That'd be fine.
But I was surprised with the 49ers pulling out this one. You know, I thought the Eagles at home would have enough.
Always a tough place to play.
And come back. Jalen Carter was, playing.
Was this the game?
And then Kittle tore his Achilles too. And you're like, how's that going to impact the 49ers offense?
Yep.
Is this the game?
Their defense just played just lights out.
Wasn't it extremely windy this game too? Was that this game? One of these games was extremely windy.
It was the Packers
Was it that one?
game,
Okay.
yeah, if I remember
okay.
from my weather report from last week. It was on the ticker last year. Well, I didn't do the weather this time.
Dang, I didn't even see you added the weather. That's kind of badass. All right.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's move on here. We
Let's move it
we got
on.
3 more.
Congratulations to the 49ers.
But the Niners move on to take on the old number 1 Seahawks and the 12th man. So we'll talk about them in the divisional preview and picks episode. Don't forget to check that out. Game 4 here, the number 6 Bills traveling to the number 3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Just another game that was just outstanding, start to finish. But Bills getting the better of the Jaguars, 27-24, ending kind of a fun season for Jacksonville. Probably one of the more fun seasons they've had in recent years.
Yeah.
Yep. And Coach, you're officially in on Trevor Lawrence, he said last week.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think they have no reason to change that up.
You're still in on them after that game?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, I'm fine. I'm fine. Why are you not? You're out on him, it sounds like. You're looking for Jacksonville to make a change?
I think he's going to be, over the course of his entire career, he's going to be okay. I don't think he's like transcendent or anything
One of the
like
best
that.
of the mediocres?
Yeah, he's probably going to be that.
Better than Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins is like my benchmark for mediocre quarterback. You know what I mean?
He'd probably,
like a decent mediocre.
Probably be better than Kurt. I think for me, it was really that last drive, this where he threw the interception.
Yep.
And I was watching that. I was looking at it. I'm like, why are you? I understand you're running out of time, and you need to just get it to the 50 so you can like take a shot down the middle. And I get that, but when you looked at
just in that moment,
when you looked at the other, he had 2 other receivers open going to the outsides. If he just looks off the safety with his eyes or a pump fake, he's probably got one of those other wideouts for more yards, and they're going to get out of bounds with it and stop the clock.
So the moment's too big for him is kind of what you're getting at.
Which is crazy to me considering some of the big games he's played in over his career. I mean, dating back to college, even playing
Clemson.
some of those, minor league NFL teams of Alabama.
Yeah.
Those are
Roll
some
Tide.
big games, and he was able to do that at a younger age. So it just sucks if that is what it is. Like, he can't handle the big moment. Now, arguably, is this like the first big moment he's had in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
So
Well, you could probably make a case for it at the time and when the Chiefs came into town.
But now they got to go and play
True.
A first place schedule next year.
Yep.
So I'm real curious to see how they can bounce back. On the other side of things, Josh Allen.
Who's your daddy?
Did he limp at all this game? I feel like I didn't really see him.
Dude,
limping.
he got
Pimp walk, dude.
Was it?
Oh, no, he got so beat up in that first quarter.
I just felt like I wasn't.
He
It
did.
wasn't as noticeable to me as the game before, but maybe I was just. Let's just say
Hey,
maybe
he
I
just
had blurry
powered-
vision.
He just powered
during this
through it.
game,
Yeah.
maybe.
A little adrenaline. Mm-hmm. You know that was Josh Allen's first game-winning playoff drive in his career.
Nuh-uh.
Write that down.
His first game-winning playoff drive in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, it's about time.
He's not
and-
had that many playoff games though.
I know, but he's at least
But-
had 5, 6, 8
Yeah.
of them, right?
Because he's always
But
got
it's
to
all.
play in a
Yeah,
tough
this is
spot.
also is probably just always winning.
I mean,
And until he's losing,
just int-
until
I mean, he's
losing
not
to,
new to the
Mahomes
league,
and the
you know?
Chiefs.
Right.
if I heard that out of who would be a good example of that right now? Not Drake May, but who's like a 5th-year quarterback in the playoffs right now?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. But or like
If it was
CJ
Matthew
Stroud,
Stafford.
be another one that's been in the league for a little bit.
What
Sure.
was impressive to me was Jacksonville's defense kind of being able to contain James Cook a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking for a little more James Cook action, hopefully against Seattle. Whether that's just trying to get him involved, even in
it's
just the
possible.
passing game, get him outside the tackles or something at this point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that Seattle defense is going to be suffocating. And I don't want to get too far into that game because we got a whole episode for that.
Who James Cook's
But-
going against Seattle?
I'm sorry. No, the Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos. Jeez, I'm all over the place today. No, he's playing the Broncos. Same situation. Still got to have him. Anyway, Kev, where we at? We should probably move on, huh? Yeah. All right. Well, Bills getting the win, 27-24. Again, we will be talking about them very shortly here. Game 5. Oh, man, this is one we don't need to spend a lot of time on. Defensive battle. Chargers fired their OC today, but Patriots.
it was his fault.
Patriots getting the win, 16-3. But the 3 points isn't impressive at all.
No.
But Justin Herbert had
nor is giving up 6 sacks.
no, for sure. And Herbert had no time the whole game to get anything done. And when he did, he was just, I don't know if it was happy feet at that point or what, probably. But, I mean, guys are in his face the entire game.
Yeah,
I'm
no
not going to try to.
And they weren't really blitzing that much either. It was just
Yeah.
like pressure from the front four. And if your front four is going to be able to put pressure on the quarterback,
Then everybody else just
Yeah.
gets to go play. And when everybody just gets to go play freely, I mean, you have no chance.
It was the first time that both tackles out. I've seen the Chargers just like, oh, whoa, you're a whole different team without those 2 tackles.
yeah.
Yeah. Did Omarion go down? Or did they just decide
Hampton?
not to put him in?
I mean, he was kind
I
of
didn't see if
questionable
he was-
before the game.
I know
I don't know if he retweaked it last week.
Yeah, because the whole end of the season he was kind of dealing with a thing, but
Yeah, and he only had the one touch.
yeah, right. So I don't know if they just maybe.
So
the
I'm
one
assuming
touch
he
and
wasn't
something
ready. He
tweaked
got the one and he was like, yeah, it's not there.
for sure.
So-
but again, he hasn't been quite the same since he came back from injury. Anyway, at the end of the season, just all in all, not a good game for the Chargers. In any way, shape, or
defensively they
form.
played
Yeah,
amazing.
they,
you
they,
know,
they, they kept him in for the entirety
for
of
the whole
game.
game, and because the Chargers offense did not help them out at all.
Yeah.
And they were on the field all day. Mm-hmm. So
Which is a good point considering the Patriots have been putting up, looks like over 24 points at least on every team they've played
Exactly.
this season.
I mean, they
So-
had 40 possessions.
Look at you trying to save face for the Chargers a little bit.
Well, you're knocking them, and I'm like, no.
Hey, I opened
no.
it with saying it was a defensive
two
battle.
sides of
You're
the
right,
coin
but-
here.
But zero offense from them at all. The Patriots, they get to go play.
Speaking of zero
They
offense,
get to go play a very difficult team this weekend. I guess we'll touch on that later. But I don't even know what to say about the Patriots. I hate seeing them at 14-3 and winning playoff games again. I think that's my biggest problem. It's all we grew up.
a problem.
That's what I grew up with, I guess. You boys are a little older than me. What?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots have had a nice last couple decades, we'll
Yeah.
say.
Before that, it was not good.
But yeah, I mean, they still got a bunch of hurdles they got to get over before I even worry about them consecutively winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, the East is still going to be challenging.
So
I feel like you're gonna say this is where the train stops for them when we get to that episode, Rob.
well, there's a possible end. At some point you got to pull it in for maintenance and
Gotta pull it in for me.
maybe wait a couple weeks or next off season. We'll go from there. So.
All right. Fair enough. Well, the Chargers, I'm just looking for them to get healthy and hopefully get back to competing next year because that 11-6 felt very fake almost the entire season even. So see if they can bounce
Wow,
back.
you
See if
suddenly
they
hate
find
on
the-
your Chargers.
No,
I mean, for all
they
the
were-
injuries they had, I think 11-6
They were
was an
always up
amazing
and down,
season.
dude. It
Yeah,
was
all of the injuries
it
the
was a tough
49ers had,
season,
and you
but
just praise them like crazy.
Yeah, true. The Chargers did lose almost half their defense at the beginning of the season, and they beat the Chiefs.
And you're a
while
fan
missing
of them.
and I'm a fan of them, which is why I'm extra critical. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
But they, losing the 2 games, getting into the playoffs. is
So
just
should they fire Harbaugh?
not
What are we
No,
saying here?
No,
shiny
no,
new
don't
things?
be, no. Don't be doing all that. Don't be doing that. All right, Patriots move on, getting the win, 16-3. The final game, which could be the final game of Mike Tomlin's career, final game of Aaron Rodgers' career. We don't know, but Texans
we?
getting the win, 30-6. What did you say?
Or do we?
Oh, what do you got?
I don't know.
Is it Aaron Rodgers' final
No,
game?
I figured Rob had some kind connections. I thought he had.
Oh, my
I thought he had.
inside her.
I thought he
talks
had
to
some
Aaron.
sources.
Yeah.
He goes to the dark retreats. Keeps everybody out.
Exactly. I feel like he has a year left in him.
I think he's not going to say anything for a while, and then
For sure, he's not. He's gonna let him marinate.
not until after the draft.
I think he's got it still in the tank too. From the neck up, his arm is still super sharp.
Still got the arm talent.
I mean, he's a little bit slower in the pocket, but that's okay. You can work around those kinds of things.
Made the playoffs with an average team, right?
Yeah, I think the question is, where does he go? Because he's on record of saying he came to Pittsburgh to play with Mike Tomlin.
Kev says Minnesota. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, complete the circle. Complete the circle.
And the Vikings keep saying they're going to
And
stack
it would
the quarterback room.
It would.
All right, well, let's hop off that train real
You're
quick.
at first.
Kev says
From the
Aaron
Nordic
Rodgers
Lodge.
is going to the Vikes, but I'm just trying to think who else would even take him, because you'd think he'd want to at least play for a somewhat contender.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he wouldn't be going
God,
to
is he
Carolina.
going to start over
Go down to
Jalen Hurts
Miami?
in Philadelphia? No,
Indianapolis.
it just depends on the coaches who gets hired
Yeah.
where. I think
Fair.
at that point, because they got to be able to deal with him, and whatever he's going to bring to the table in the locker room. But not a great showing for him or the team as a whole. But the Texans, kind of like how we were talking before the pod, Jake. I mean, they're exactly who we thought they were.
Yeah, that defense is legit. They thumping and taking balls away and scoring touchdowns on the defensive side. Don't get me wrong, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense did a really great job through 3 quarters, like slowing down C.J. Stroud. Stroud wasn't ready. He had issues with those snaps, fumbles, and so the Pittsburgh Steelers defense gave him a chance. That offense, and it was my thought was Aaron Rodgers was going to be able to outsmart the Texans defense just enough, and that Texas defense just too fast,
Flying all
too
over.
It's
hard.
just like after that fumble return, it was just it kind of
Yeah.
took all the gas out of it. Like it felt like they were just barely hanging on anyway. Even though it was 7-6 almost the most of the game, it still felt like they were barely hanging on. And then that fumble return for a touchdown kind of just took the air out, you know. And then to turn around and have to punt, I believe, right after that, it's just like, all right,
Yeah.
you know, you got to answer that for
Yeah.
sure. And they didn't, and that's when that proverbial Momo. You know what I mean?
Oh, it drastically changed after that. And then to think about it, if Aaron does retire, that pick 6 will be his last play.
That's gonna bug the crap out of him. Which
You
is
know,
probably why he's
and
gonna come
honestly,
back.
that might be just enough
just
in the
enough? It
claim
probably is.
for him to be like,
he's going to just come back for a game,
Whatever,
throw a pass, and be
whatever.
like, oh, I'm done.
God, it's probably not going to be in Pittsburgh though, right?
because everyone's gonna be shouting, "Hell, your last play!" How's
oh,
that
for
pick
sure,
sick,
and nobody would ever let him live that down.
No,
for
no.
sure, for sure.
I mean, we're not right now.
not even his buddy Pat McAfee probably wouldn't let him live that down.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, he's still running.
better luck next time, Steelers.
Yeah.
But the Texans do look like a force to be reckoned with, and we'll be touching on them in our divisional preview and picks episode. Gosh, any closing thoughts from this weekend as a whole, fellas?
Saturday started out amazing, and it continued through Sunday. I felt like it kind of petered off a little bit at like the Sunday night game and the Monday night game, but still, with how great the defenses have been for all of the teams this past weekend.
championships.
I'm excited for divisional championship.
Drive for show, putt for dough, coach.
Like, we're going to continue to see amazing defenses, and then we're getting 2 new defenses again because the Seahawks and Broncos are back.
Two
Yeah.
good
Back.
defenses
Yeah.
too. So
More hard-hitting, great defense, probably low scoring. Maybe
right.
we'll get something topsy-turvy.
give us a teaser to the divisional preview and picks, just real quick. Is there a number? You don't need to say who, but is there a number 1 seed that falls this weekend?
Oh, now I feel like you're putting me on the spot.
Don't need to make the whole decision.
Now you're
I
making,
think
now
it's
you're making make a pick.
I think it's possible.
Yeah. You're gonna have to come listen to the divisional
It's
preview and
possible.
picks episode.
It's possible.
You gotta see who Jake thinks is possible. Wait, who? Yeah, all right, you know what
Yeah,
I'm trying
who,
to say.
not who.
You know what I mean? Roberto, any closing thoughts on this week?
No, it was awesome. What a great weekend. Road teams. I mean, coming back a bunch. Like, it was just competitive, awesome football. It was a lot of football.
Yeah,
when it's
it
so
was a lot.
spread out like
Yeah.
that, it's trying to, balance the life still and not be just like focused in my man cave.
And we got
man,
college football too leading
Yeah,
up to that.
too.
So it's just like
Thursday,
there's
Fridays.
football.
But it was awesome. It was a good weekend. I'm excited.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Not too many controversies. There wasn't too many
penalties.
penalties that decided anything.
Yeah, which was good. I mean,
know?
there were some questionable penalties during the game, but nothing too egregious that really changed the flow
Outcome
or
of the game.
dynamics.
Well, what is the one I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of the Indiana. Are you thinking of the college game? The Miami game? The end zone?
Oh yeah, for sure. Ole Miss,
Yeah,
Miami.
that
for
was
sure.
not pass
for
interference.
sure. That's what I don't think so either. But that is what I was thinking about. I was like, blue jersey. Was it the Panthers? No, they wore black. Anyway, sorry, I'm tripping though. Kev, thanks for being here, of course, as always.
Thanks, Kev.
Again, don't forget to check out our next episode, our WildCard recap and division tent talk episode. And then after that, divisional preview and picks. Don't forget to check that out. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to the banter, whether that's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And we will see you in our next episode. Peace.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more Banter with the boys.